Hello, my name is Crystal and welcome to my Flosstube channel, P&W Crafter. This is my channel where I talk about what I've been cross-stitching over the last few weeks, as well as a few other crafts I've been working on. It's been about 4 weeks since my last Flosstube, and today is Thursday, Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving to those in the United States. And I wanted to make sure that I got on here and filmed what I've been working on, mostly fall projects over the last few weeks, because tomorrow or tonight at the strike of midnight, it's going to be full-on Christmas. I did start decorating a little bit in my house. I have a new Christmas tree in the corner of my craft room that I want to make some ornaments for. So far, I don't have any FFO'd, but I do have plans. We all have lots of plans we want to do. Not sure if I'll have enough time, but over the years, I hope to add on to it. So, but right now, I'm working on a lot of fall things. I wanted to start all the fall projects. I still didn't start all of them that I wanted to start, but so far I started 7 this past month. So I have only a couple of finishes and didn't get anything quite fully finished yet, but I do have plans for doing that in the beginning of the new year. I want to make sure that I FFO some things so that I'm all set for the next holiday or the next season and having some finishes to display and such. So let's just jump right into what I have been working on. So to start, I do have 2 finishes. The first one I started last year. It is Autumn Quaker by Primrose Cottage. And I love all of their Quakers, and I typically will use the called for floss and the called for fabric, and I did on this one. So here is my finish. It is on 28 count mushroom, and it's using the called for color and cotton pumpkin pie. So it is so adorably cute. I love using the monochromatic design and seeing all the variegation in the floss. It just turns out great. So I do have the finishing kit, just didn't get a chance to FFO it. I was working on too many other projects to do that. The other finish I have is actually a start and a finish. I saw the pattern and it popped in my head what I wanted to do with it right away. So I got the floss and I got the fabric that I was looking for, and I worked on Autumn Leaf by Textilly. This is the first time I've used one of her patterns, and it was really easy to follow. The grid is real nice and big and such, so it was a good pattern to follow. I did not use anything called for on this one. On this one, I have this finish. So this is, I wrote notes down, but I can't remember where I put my writing. It's 32 count Arboreal by Cedar River Linens. And the floss that I use is just one floss. It's one highly variegated floss from Pirate Robin. And this one is called Autumn Harvest. I had some left over from a wavy ride, and I just knew that it would be the perfect one to work on this maple leaf with. So yeah, I do have plans that I want to find the right frame, like a brown wooden frame to put it in for my display. So that is what I was working on that one. So that was my start and finish on that. And then I had 6 other starts this month. So let's jump right into those. The first one, or not the first one that I started, but one of them that I started was Winter Folk by Hands On Design. I do have the paddle from Chantel, and I do want to stitch all of them. I've stitched spring and summer, but I haven't FFO'd them yet. And autumn, I started it, and I just lost my mojo on it. It was just like, eh. And so that one's kind of put away to the side for now. But I did want to start on Winter Folk because the Sarahs, Handmade by Sarah W. and Stitchy Sarah Reeds, are doing a stitch along. So I joined that. They started on the 17th of this month. And again, that's Handmade by Sarah W. and then Stitchy Sarah Reeds on Instagram. And then she's Sarah Stitchery on YouTube. And I love following them. I want to be an honorary Sarah. And so I am stitching along on Winter Folk. I'm using all the called for. So this is 32 count driftwood by Stephanie, or fabrics by Stephanie. And it's using all DMC. When I stitch these, I have a tendency, I will do each band. They're kind of broken out into bands. So I'll do the band, and then I'll do the back stitching for that one, and then I'll move on to the next band. But I don't do the specialty stitches. So every once in a while, I think there's about 5 in each one of them. But there's a row of specialty stitches that use DMC Pearl Cotton, and I save those to last, just kind of as a reward. Now I don't I stitch in hand, not in a hoop, so I'm not worried about a hoop messing up the stitches. It's just, I don't know, I got into the habit of doing that, and it's kind of a reward to have like the unique, fun, new technique at the end of it. So that's my progress on that one. And I'm looking forward to stitching along on this one and getting it done. Technically, winter doesn't start until the, was it 22nd of December? So I'm ahead of the game on this one, is how I'm thinking of this. But I am enjoying doing that, and I love following along with the Sarahs and seeing their progress, and everybody else that's doing the stitch along doing their progress as well. The next start that I had, I've been wanting to start for a really long time, and I just wasn't quite sure on the right fabrics for it and such. And then I found the right ones, and like, okay, this is the ones, and I need to start. And that one is the Pumpkin House by Hello from Liz Matthews. I saw everybody stitching this last year, and I kind of had FOMO, so I got the pattern, but it was out of, I stitch in season a lot, so in winter time is out of season for me, but I got the pattern, and then I happened upon these fabrics, and they're like perfect. So the first, they're both of them are 36 count, right? Yes, 36 count linen, and they're both by XG Designs. So the pattern calls for 2 fabrics. You just, and from what I've heard from everybody else, you want to make sure you use the same count, as well as try to use the same fabric designer or dyer, because even 36 count from one fabric dyer differs from another 36 counts. So mine are both from XG Design, and so the top I'm stitching on Midnight Ride, and I've gotten that far so far. I've worked on the border. I like doing the borders so that I can make sure that I'm in line with the rest of the stuff. And then I'm trying to set myself up for some fill-in, but I really want to get down to the house. I don't know if I'll get to that this year or not. Maybe I'll work on it throughout next year on that one. And then the bottom, I'm stitching on Grandpa's sleeve. And I'm really loving how this is turning out in the pumpkin patch. And I'm using all the called for DMC colors that are in the chart. So yeah, that's my start so far on that one. The next fall project that I worked on, again, saw everybody doing it, was missing out, so I had to jump on. But this one is really great too. I'm finding that I'm loving Blackbird design, and so I'm working on Feast of Friendship by Blackbird Design. And it's a great pattern and everything. And it's using Color and Cotton, I'm sorry, not Color and Cotton, Classic Colorworks and Gentle Arts, and I'm using all the called for floss and everything. The only thing is, this pattern, I think, is it from, I want to say 2012. Yes, 2012. And you see how this blue right here, so it's like 3 different shades of blue in the house. And this blue right here, I don't know. This is what I have so far. And this is on, oops. There we go. This is on, where did this, 36 count Vanilla Buttercream by Lakeside Linen. I'm pretty darn sure that's what this one is. I started writing my note and I forgot to finish my note. Hold on one sec. I just happen to have the little tag behind me. Yes, Vanilla Buttercream by Lakeside Linen. So this is what I have so far. This is the roof line and this is the house. So you can see how this is one blue color and then this is another blue color. So this is, well, it's supposed to be blue. I don't know if you can see really well. This is Tin Bucket. And to me, I thought it would be okay when I got the floss, but then I started stitching and it's looking awfully gray to me. So, I don't know. I'll work on it maybe a little bit more. I say that, but a little bit more means my couple of hours I have left for tonight. So I don't know if I'm duplicating myself or not. I'm duplicating the hours that I think I have to stitch on these, but I might work on this one a little bit more tonight. But I think what I want to do is kind of piecemeal it a little bit this way so I can get over to the bowl and the fruit over that way. And then, so I'm not leaving the house all at once because I kind of get bored and want to put it away if I'm working just on one solid house. But I think I wanted to do this blue and there's another blue and stitch all the other two blues that I really like those colors, and then come back and look at Tin Rough and see if I want to keep it with that one or if I want to switch it to a different. So if you've stitched this one and you've found that Tin Rough is too gray nowadays, because floss colors change over the years, and this pattern was in 2012 and here we are in 2024. Oh my gosh, 2025 almost. But if you've stitched this one and you switched out Tin Rough to something else, let me know, because I'd be interested to hear what other people switched it out to. I kind of keep an eye out on Instagram and see who I'm following that stitched it and see what they've used on theirs. So those are the fall pieces that I started, but I started also some Christmas stuff because I just couldn't wait. The main things that I started for Christmas though are because of the Jingle Ball. So I am attending the Jingle Ball, which is next weekend. It starts on Friday, 3 o'clock my time. So I think that's 6 o'clock Eastern. I'm on the West Coast in the Pacific Northwest in Oregon. And so it is from Friday to Sunday night. And I attended last year. I had lots of fun. I did the speed dating and I had a lot of fun with that. There's the stitchy rooms that you can go into and meet new people. All the meet and greets with the designers. There's 12 designers. It's put on or hosted or presented to you by Lindy Stitches. And so if you go to her YouTube channel, she explains a lot more about that. The tickets are only $10. So it's $10. You get in, you get all the entertainment that they have and access to the stitchy rooms as well as the speed dating and the, like I said, entertainment. And then there's shopping. There's a lot of exclusives that are only available at the Jingle Ball. I got some of those last year. Have I worked on any of them? No. But I still have them and I can't wait to work on them. I'm itching to work on a couple of them, so I gotta pace myself. But this year, there's also classes. And last year, I took one class. I took one class last year. I really liked it. I didn't do my homework last year, and so that one is still a whip that I'm working on slowly but surely. I kind of like, class is over. I loved class, and I loved learning how to do the project, and I took a lot of notes and everything. But this year I wanted to make sure that I was trying to get them stitched up in time for before the class. You don't have to, because you can still watch the class like 30 days, I think it is, afterwards. Or like I said, write down the notes and you still have the project and you can do it later on and such. But I just, for myself, I wanted to try to do my homework first before class starts. So I then decided to sign up initially for 2 classes, and I got kits for both of the classes. The first one is this really cute star. It's Winter Woodland Star Pillow by Hello from Liz Matthews is the designer. And it's this gorgeous little star pillow you make, and you get the beads to do it and everything. And she's going to teach us how to make it into this star shaped, and I just thought it was adorable. And so my hope is to finish this and put it on my new Christmas tree that I have in my craft room as the star topper is my idea. So I got the kit for it. The kit did not come with linen, but it came with floss, and it came with some other goodies. I picked my linen from Stash. I got 36 count parchment by Weeks Dye Works. And so I am stitching it on that. I am using all the called for NPIs that came with the kit. And she gave us like the backing fabric, some goodies, the beads and everything. And I'm just loving how it turned out. This is the first time I'm stitching with NPI silks, and ooh, they're nice. They just kind of glide. right on through. So I'm really loving working on this project. However, if you go online, there's other people that are stitching this because you can get the PDF too. I think you can get the PDF for any of the classes up to, I think it's 2 days before classes start. So I think up until the 4th. But if you go onto Lindy Stitches or check that out, or the jingleball.net, I think it is, they'll have more information in regards to that. But what I was saying is, if you go on to Instagram, you can see other people posting, and there's some gorgeous colorways where they have it as a blue background and then in greens and such. So what I would love to do is get more beads someplace. I have to look into that and see where. I think Liz might have sent it an email, but I'm not positive. But get some more beads and make one that is on a blue fabric with greens and such for display in the winter time, because when Christmas comes down, it gets kind of bare, so I put up a lot of winter decor and such, and I have it in tones of blues and greens and still some of the lights up and everything to make it not so stark after Christmas when that comes down. But I'm enjoying stitching that, and I almost have it done. So I have this little leg of the star as well as this one. So just a little bit more to go, and I think that one should, I want to say like 2 nights, and I should have that one done. So I'm excited for that one. The other kit that I got, sorry, I'm trying to somewhat stay organized. The other kit I got was the Gingerbread House Sewing Book by Stacy Nash. And I am loving Stacy Nash patterns. It seems like all of her animal crackers. What is the one I want to get? Christmas sausage, Frankie. I need to look for that one. The little dachshund kind of reminds me of my dog. He's half dachshund, half terrier. So if I could shrink him a little bit, it'd be just my dog on that one. So I want to look for that pattern. I got nettle, but I haven't stitched that one up yet. But this one was just too cute to pass up. So I got that, and that's the front of the sewing book, and then that's the back of the sewing book. So the kit came with linen as well as floss and the materials to the felt to go inside, or the wool to go inside and such. So I started on the front of the house, and the fabric, I got the 32 count version of it, and so this is 32 count Wing Beans by Needle Bling Linen, and it's really pretty. This is the first time I'm using Needle Bling Linen, and I love how the coloring of it and the modeling. I love how that's working. The gingerbread house, it's actually going pretty quick. This I think was maybe 2 nights, 2.5 nights of it. So once you get the counting down and such, then it's going pretty quick. I wanted to make sure I was accurate for my counting of everything before I started filling in the insides of it. But it is using, like I said, the 32 count weenie beans, and it's all Weeks Dye Works, which I love. Oops, love Weeks Dye Works, and this pink is just so pretty, and then that red. So excited to stitch that one up on that one. And then, for some reason, I was like, I need another class. Do I think I'm going to get all 3 done before class starts? Nope, probably not. But this one was really cute, and I was going back and forth. Do I not? And then I'm like, go for it. So the other class I got is Tiny Modernist, the Gingerbread House. And, whoops. 1 second. Where did my phone go? It is a PDF only, so I have it on my iPad, which I'm recording upon, but I also have it on my phone, so I was going to pull up the front cover for you. But that is what it looks like. And we're going to learn how to make this cute little 3D gingerbread house. I have never made a gingerbread house in real life. I don't think I've even made gingerbread cookies. But for some reason, I made the gingerbread mood this year. So I got things to make gingerbread cookies, and then these 2 cute gingerbread patterns. I picked out some fabric from Stash, And it is 32 Count Coffee Stain by Cedar River Linens. And I'm not using any of the called for. The called for is DMC, but I decided to just use what I had in stash of some variegated floss. So I kind of picked out some stuff from my floss picks that I've gotten for this over this last year. This is, the white is it Dolce? Yeah, Dolce de Leche. I'm probably butchering that. But I had that in my stash. And then I had this English Ivy that I'm going to use for the trees. And then this for the gingerbread guy, because it's called ginger. Yep. Is it called gingerbread or ginger snap? I know I have both. Gingerbread. So I had to use that for the gingerbread guy. On that, I didn't love the yellows that were in it. So I'm going to switch out the yellow bulbs for this green. And then the blue. And I think is the pink one too. So Classic Colorworks Cupid. That was for my floss fix. And then this was a Miss Dye Hank from Pirate Robin. And this one is Rouge. She has Rouge in her Etsy shop, but this one I think was it was off a little bit. And so I got that one at some point. And then in one of my Black Needle Society boxes I got once upon a time, I have these two from the Night Stalker. So I haven't used those before, but I thought those colors would just look real pretty. So those are plans for that, and that one's going pretty well. That's actually one night of stitching. I got pretty far on that one, so looking forward to that one. And then, oops, excuse me, dropping things. And then I got the gumption last weekend. Had this brilliant idea that all my Jingle Ball kits, I need to put them in their own special bag. So I bought a quote block from, I think it's Burlaps and Blossom. If you're interested in any of the things that I say and I didn't say it clearly enough or did not give any details that you're like, hey, what's that one? Feel free to drop me a comment, and I'll happily answer any questions that you might have. I love hearing from everybody, and I love answering and corresponding with people and such over all the good stitchy stuff we were working on. But I made this project bag from fabrics I had in my stash, and yeah, it's gonna hold all my Jingle Ball materials that I'm gonna use over the years. I thought that was a cute little one. I did have an idea. I didn't get them. But there's those little pens this year that they have. I thought about getting those and putting them on here. I haven't decided if I'm going to do that yet. So there's that. So those were all of my starts. In between all the starts, there are a couple other things that I was working on as well. I am working more on my Seasons of the Heart Autumn. This is by Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread, and I am doing each of the seasons in the season this year. So I've done the spring one and I've done the summer one. I started autumn on the first day of fall, or first day of autumn this year, and I'm using the called for 40 count country mocha, vintage country mocha, and the called for, is it all weeks? No, it's not all weeks dye works. It's mostly weeks dye works. There's some Gentle Arts as well as Classic Colorworks and DMC in there as well. But this is how far I've gotten on this one. So I started on the house and the windows inside of it, and I got this border a little bit more done and this grass. So I'm working on this, and I have a few more weeks to work on it. So this might be a little bit of a focus until I get it done before winter starts and I work on the next one. So that's that one. And when I finish it, I did fully finish the other two. I make them into little pillows for my dough bowl, and did I use chenille? Yes, I've been using chenille to go around the edges of it. So there's that one. And then the last one, I actually was trying really hard to finish it before I filmed the Flosstube, but I was just this close and it was getting really late, and I did not take my nap after my Thanksgiving meal, so I'm getting a little bit tired. but I'm hoping to get it finished tonight. I just have such a little bit more, and I started this last Thanksgiving. It is Celebrate Harvest by With Thy Needle and Thread, or Brenda Gervais. So I keep on wanting to call it Harvest Blessing, but it's not. It's Celebrate Harvest. I started that one last Thanksgiving, and I've been working on it steadily, and then I am this far. So all I have to do is the rest of the N and the GS. So those few letters, oh, and the pumpkin, the actual pumpkin over here. Those few letters are it. Right before I started filming, I did this 1/1. Yeah, I'm not a fan. That's the first time I've done 1/1, and yeah, it's very, don't try to, if you mess up, just go with it. Don't try to frog is what I've learned, because that is not fun at all. And then, yeah, it's hard to count. And then when you go from 1/1 and then you go back to the 1/2 to switch the brain a little bit, it was taking me a little bit. So there's that, but it looks really great. It does look really great. I will not be doing a whole project in 1/1. What was the one I was thinking of? XOXO Needle in the Hay. She did that little tiny sampler 1/1. Yeah. Great job. It looks awesome and everything, but there is no way that I think I would ever attempt to do that one. So, but I'm really, really hoping that I can get that last few letters done tonight, and before I really hit the turkey, was it tryptophan, kicks in and I fall asleep. So there is that. So those are all the cross stitch projects I've been working on. I did do a little bit of sewing. Like I said, that project bag that I showed you. I also did this cute little banner. It was a kit from a fabric store someplace here. Well, I can't remember where I got, but it's a cute little kit. And I just got fused the two pieces together, did some decorative stitching, and yeah, it's a cute little banner. So it was a sewing project. And then, drum roll, I finished my first pair of socks. Ta-da! I'm just decided that I wanted to learn how to knit socks, so I'm following the Crazy Sock Lady's basic vanilla sock and all of that, and I have my first pair. I think I might have miscalculated a little bit on the length. I think they need to be just a tiny bit longer, but I love how they're turning out. They turned out. And this is, the yarn is Coastal Yarns, Sneaker Waves, and it's in the colorway is Ecola. And it is a Coastal Yarns, it is coastalyarns.com online, but it is a shop in Cannon Beach, Oregon, which is just a little bit up the coast for me. So yeah, my first pair of socks. So I'm working on another pair, and then I want to work on a third pair. I have some Christmas colored yarn that I got, like a mini skein and a full skein, so I want to do like a different color cuff and toe and see how that turns out. I haven't done color changes before, so that's something new that I'm looking forward to working on. So what else do we have? Haul. Let's do a little bit of haul. It's behind me. I say a little bit. I have some haul. I went to my local needle workshop, Acorns and Threads. I say local, but they're an hour and a half away from me. They have, excuse me, they had some new patterns that I couldn't resist from Brenda Gervais. I got 2 of them. I think she released 4 of them, and I only got 2. It is Peace and Goodwill. Oop, wrong way. That one's really super cute. Hopefully the guard doesn't. I see a lot of people stitching that one up, so that one I'm looking forward to. And then Let It Snow. And that's a cute little snowman. And I thought, yeah. I was thinking this one could like go into the winter and not just be for Christmas. Like I said, come January 1 is my birthday month, and so I don't want it to be stark and everything. So I keep some lights up, and I usually decorate in green evergreens and some snowman. So there's that. The third pattern I got because I was having FOMO. Lisa with Black Coffee and Grits, she stitched at Pumpkin Row on this really pretty teal blue color, and it looked just so good that I was like, I need that pattern. I'm not going to get to it this year, but I have it in my stash for next year, and I can't wait to work on that. Then I got some linen, and I got quite a bit of linen. It's more to build up my stash, so I have different options when I want to kit things up at home. I'm trying really hard to do that more often, is see what I have in my stash and kit up things and use what I have. And so that's my goal for 2025. But the reason I got the fabric too is because it was on sale. So what I learned at the beginning of 2024 is that Acorns and Threads has a coupon book. And it's $12, and then you get, for the book, and then you get a coupon for every single month. In January, you can see, is 20% off. July, we got another 20% off of fabric and such. And so what it was for this past month, in November, it was 20% off of fabric. So I went through what they had, and I picked out some that I needed, and then also some that just I thought could go with a variety of things in the fall, as well as some good neutrals. So first off was the, oops, where did my board go? So you can see this a little bit better. 32 count vintage country mocha. You can always, it's a good staple. You can never have enough vintage country mocha. The next one I got was a 32 count linen in natural. And that one was just really good natural color. I want to stitch, I got Wee Santa 2024 that I want to stitch up. I have in my whip pile Wee Santa 2023, and I think it's the call for lamb's wool. And I don't recall who makes that, but lamb's wool is like really super stiff. And it wasn't getting soft when I was, you know how sometimes the stiff fabrics get a little softer as you're working with them, and this wasn't really doing that. So I kind of want to stay in the same color family, but this is a lot more flexible, and I think it would be more enjoyable to work on than the lamb's wool. And then this one was just too pretty to pass up, and it is Atomic Ranch Freeze, and it's just this really cool minty green blue color, and I thought that'd be really cool with some winter stitches on it. Then they have a lot of Cedar River, and this one is Tephra. It's a nice neutral in 36 count. And then I have this one is Miss Crescent's Crown, which I've never heard of, but it's Cuppa Mocha. And oh, that's sure really gray. In person, it's more brown, beige, like a brown gray. And I thought that'd be good for a good, some of the Christmas. I think there's Cup of Cheer that I want to stitch on that one. And then the last one is Winter Brew by R&R. I've just seen so many people stitching on this one, and they had it, and it was just too good to pass up, and like I grabbed it. So that one is it 40? Did I say 40 count? Yeah, 40 count. So I got that one as well. I got some floss that I need for some projects and such, and that was about it there at Acorns and Threads. The other things I got this over the last few months, I did order from Color and Cotton. They had their special, which was that cute little pattern with a snowman on a sled and a dog and such. It was really cute. And I got that with some blue fabric. I'm not showing you because I kind of kept it into a bag, and so I'm gonna wrap it up and put it underneath the tree. I'm gonna try to, I don't want to ruin my surprise for myself, even though I know I got it. You know, it justifies it. You know, I think in my head, but I'm going to wrap it up, put it underneath the tree, and it's going to be for my dog because it was a dog sled. So I think that works. It's girl math. It works. But the other things that I did get were the Primrose Cottage Cocoa Quilt, because that one's just super cute. And I got the floss pack to go with it. Whoops. Floss pack to go with it. And then they had the specially dyed rickrack that goes with it as well. So got that one. And yeah, that is it. So my plans for December. I do have quite a few Christmas whips that I want to finish. I know there's the Christmas quilt from Primrose Cottage that I want to finish up. We Santa 2023. I need to finish up. I know I have Snowman 2023 from Primrose that is finished, but I need to FFO it. Oh, there's a Tiny Modernist one that I want to finish. That's in my whip pile. And then, of course, there's ones that I want to start. So I have from last year's Jingle Ball, I think it's called All Is Bright from Hands On Design, that I want to start that one. There is from Emily Call. She had the, Christmas sewing ones. It was like a trio and sewing themes that I have it all kitted up that I want to get started on that one. So lots of projects that I want to start, as well as like the one I just got, the Brenda Gervais Peace and Goodwill. And I'm sure there's going to be a ton from, oops, get the hair out of the eyes. There's going to be a ton from the Jingle Ball that I want to start, be it the ones that are in the designers' shops that are just limited edition for the Jingle Ball, or actually I get ideas from other people. So other people that are showing what they're working, I'm like, oh, that'd be really cute too. And so get that. Oh, also I got the Chantel's 141 ornament box, so I got those patterns this year that I wanted to work on and do that. So I got a lot of stitchy time, and doesn't seem like I have enough time with my full-time job and everything else in life. So if anybody knows of a good duplicating machine so I can get more time, you let me know. But it's always fun to start new projects and work on them. As you can tell, I love the finished product, but I'm more of I love stitching the products than I do necessarily finishing them. So it's enjoyable to start them and everything, and I like working on them. So I hope that gives you some ideas of what you might want to work on, or just some company while you're stitching away on your art projects. And I thank you for watching. If you have any questions, again, feel free to leave me a comment. I'm happy to hear from you everybody, and I love answering questions and corresponding. You can find me on Instagram as well as PNW_crafter. So it's PNW_crafter, Pacific Northwest Crafter on there. And yeah, I hope you are having a wonderful Thanksgiving, and have a great start to your December. See you soon. Bye.